you just bought a car. Maybe it's a used Civic, maybe it's a finance Mustang at 29% APR. You tell yourself you're going to keep it stock and that you're going to invest in your 401k and drive the speed limit. But then, late one night, you find yourself on a forum. You see a guy claiming that a cold air intake adds 50 horsepower. You enter your payment information, and just like that, your financial stability has left the chat. So these are what your car mods say about you. Starting with the most common offender,
the loud exhaust.
You wanted your car to sound like a Formula F1 car, you spent $1,200 on a catback system, or maybe you just took a hacksaw to your muffler in your driveway. Now your 4-cylinder economy car sounds like a lawnmower fighting a garbage disposal inside a metal trash can. There is an inverse relationship here. The louder the car, the slower it is actually going. You hit the gas, the sound barrier shatters, windows shake, pedestrians dive for cover, and you have successfully accelerated from 0 to 14 miles per hour. And now if you have a straight pipe, which dumps the muffler and catalytic converters for a free-flowing tube, you are telling the world two things. One, you don't care about the environment, and two, you don't care about your own hearing. A straight pipe can save about 25 to 40 pounds, maybe more, which matters if you are Lewis Hamilton. But since you are driving to a shift at Wendy's, the only thing you are shaving off is your relationship with your neighbors. But there is actual science here. A recent study claimed that a preference for loud exhaust is an indicative of psychopathic behavior. So if you enjoy the drone of a straight pipe at 2000 RPM, that constant migraine-inducing hum that makes a 2-hour drive feel like a hostage situation, you might literally be a psychopath. I'm a criminal. Or you just really need attention. Maybe both. Next up, we have the first mod special. The cold air intake. This is the gateway drug. It's cheap, it's easy to install, and the box promises you a massive horsepower gain. The theory is sound. Cold air is denser. Dense air means more oxygen means more combustion. It's science. But here is the reality. Unless you have a tune and a heat shield, you just have an installed hot air intake. You removed the factory engine box that pulled the air from outside the car and replaced it with an open cone filter that sucks in all the hot air directly from your engine block. You spent $300 to lose 3 horsepower.
You stupid.
But you don't care, because when you step on the gas, it makes a whoosh noise. Makes you feel like you're in a Fast and Furious movie, even though you're just moving on to the interstate. You tell everyone it adds throttle response. This is code for I spent money and I need to justify it. But now we move to the suspension, coilovers, and lowering springs. You looked at your car and thought, this is too practical. I need to make sure
I can never enter a driveway again.
Lowering a car lowers the center of gravity. It reduces body roll. It improves aerodynamics. On a racetrack, it is essential. But on a public road with potholes, speed bumps, and gravel, it's not so essential. And now this leads us to the stunt community. If you have a negative camber where your wheels are tilted inward like your car just got stepped on by Godzilla, you have officially prioritized fitment over physics. You are driving on 10% of your tire's contact patch. You are replacing tires every 3,000 miles, and your ride quality feels like falling down a flight of stairs in a shopping cart. And now there are two types of people here. The static guys who drive low all the time and wear their scraped undercarriage like a badge of honor. They say things like, if it ain't rubbing, it ain't right. These people are stubborn, resilient, and likely have chronic back pain. Then there are the bagged guys who spent $4,000 on air suspension so they can park hard and drive at normal height. They have the look, but they still can't get over a speed bump without ripping off their oil pan. The static guys call them cheaters. The bagged guys can't hear them over the sound of their air compressor not destroying their chassis. But if lowering isn't enough, you need to get wider. Enter the Widebody kit. This is the I'm rich and I'm bored mod. You take a perfectly good engineered vehicle and you take a saw to the metal fenders. You are literally cutting up the car, and there is no going back. You can't undo a wide body kit. You have just committed. Brands like Liberty Walk and Veil Slide have made this iconic. It looks aggressive, it looks like a race car, it allows for massive wheels. But let's be honest about what this says about you. It says you don't care about resale value. You have taken a car worth $50,000, put $20,000 into it, and now it's worth $30,000. If you have a wide body kit with exposed rivets, you want people to know you're quote unquote raw. You want that industrial, race-inspired look, but mostly you just want to take up 2 parking spots and have people take photos of your car at gas stations. And honestly, it works. We all look. We all judge, but we all look. Now let's talk about the big shoes. Big wheels versus stock. In the 2000s, thanks to MTV cribs, big wheels were the ultimate flex. 22s, 24s, 26s. If you didn't have rims, you were a nobody. But here is the uncomfortable truth. Giant wheels make your car drive worse. It's called unsprung weight. Heavier wheels make the suspension work harder, make the car slower to accelerate, and ruin the braking distance. And if you are running massive wheels with tires that look like rubber bands painted onto the rim, you are playing a dangerous game. One pothole and that rim is cooked. You are driving with the anxiety of a bomb disposal technician every time you see a crack in the pavement. On the flip side, if you are running small wheels with meaty tires, you are telling the world, I actually drive this car. Or you're just broke and couldn't afford the upsize. But what if you want your car to look like a gaming PC? You get LED Underglow. History repeats itself because in the early 2000s, thanks to the Fast and the Furious and Need for Speed, Underglow was everywhere. Then for about 15 years, it was considered the tackiest thing you could possibly do. It was the crock of car mods. But now it's back, and it's actually kind of cool. Maybe? If you have Underglow in 2026, you are likely nostalgic for an era you might have not been a part of. You want to feel like Paul Walker, you want to bring the vibes. The police, however, do not want the vibes. In states like Illinois, Washington, and Massachusetts, having blue or red glow can get you a ticket for impersonating an emergency vehicle. Because obviously, when I see a slammed Honda Civic glowing neon green, my first thought is, oh thank goodness, the ambulance is here. Let's move on to the material of the gods. Carbon fiber. Carbon fiber is amazing. It is stronger than steel and lighter than aluminum. On a Pagani or a McLaren, it is engineering marvel. On your daily driver, it is a very expensive sticker. But if you have real carbon fiber parts, a hood, a trunk, a spoiler, you are chasing weight reduction. You spent $800 to save 12 pounds. Meanwhile, you have a subwoofer in the trunk that weighs 40 pounds and you just ate a double cheeseburger. The math is not mathin'. But then there is the fake carbon crowd. Carbon fiber vinyl wrap. This says, I want the race car look, but my budget is $15. You are not fooling anyone. We can see the bubbles in the wrap. We know it's plastic. Just paint it black and move on. Now, the invisible mod, the ECU tune. You plugged a laptop into your car or you sent your ECU to a guy named Dave in a warehouse. This is the Hackerman mod. You are rewriting the manufacturer's code. Factory cars are detuned for reliability, fuel economy, and emissions. You don't care about any of those things. You just want power. But who doesn't, right? And there is a specific type of tune that needs to be addressed, the pop and bang or crackle tune. This makes your car backfire on purpose when you let off the gas. It sounds like a drive-by shooting, and if you have this tune, you are the main character. You drive through downtown at 2 a.m. letting off explosions, thinking everyone is impressed. They are not impressed, however, they are calling the police. And they are hoping your engine blows up. And honestly, with that much unburnt fuel dumping into your exhaust, it probably will. And finally, we have the most affordable mod of all, stickers and windshield banners. Stickers are the tattoo of the car world. A windshield banner like Stance Nation or Speed Hunters is a tribal marking. It tells other enthusiasts which lunch table you sit at. Sticker bombing, covering a fender or bumper in hundreds of random stickers, says, I had a dent here and I couldn't afford to paint it. But the specific phrases are telling. If you have a sticker that says locally hated, it usually means I drive recklessly in residential neighborhoods. If you have a sticker that says built not bought, it means my car is currently broken in my driveway. So what do these mods actually say about you? If you look at the data, COD modification is irrational. It voids warranties, it lowers property value, it attracts police attention, it makes the vehicle objectively worse at being a transportation appliance. From a financial standpoint, you are lighting money on fire. But life isn't about resale value. We don't modify cars for the next owner. We don't do it for the bank. We do it because stock cars are boring. And we do it because we want to look back at our car every time we park it. But if you guys did enjoy, make sure you are subscribed and leave a like on the video and let me know which one you are in the comments.